Yep, it's your boy Greasy the Barber. I'm about to show y'all what's up when I cut my son hair. Had to get him ready for school. So first thing I did was make sure I got my gloves on. Told him like, yeah, you see him recording. I got people watching me. He smiled and thought it was cool. He thinks it's a cool thing that I'm starting to do this. From there, first thing I did was start setting in my guidelines for his little high taper he wanted. No guard, straightening up, made sure I put the guideline in, started fading that in, started blending it. So that way he'll look fresh to death on the corners. So right here, I went in with my 2-guard just to make sure I knocked out most of the bulk off the side of his hair and made sure that it was all evened out and leveled out so it wasn't looking all crazy. I started cutting down the top of his hair, went in with an open 2-guard just to make sure his waves popped out a little bit more. He's starting to wave. If you remember, if you ever seen him on my Instagram, he used to have really long hair. And he decided finally just to cut it down and start his wave process. So I started helping him out with that. Right here, me and him was talking because me and him have the same exact spot in our hair where our hair grows a little bit weird, and it's in the same exact spot. And I think that's kind of crazy because, like, that's my son, and genetics do take over. Here you can see the process of the blend. So it came out pretty good on that side. I start working on the other side, and I try to mirror that same effect. Running back over it with that 2-guard to make sure it was all even on both sides. Made sure I got most of that bulk off. Made sure that he was just set for whatever's going on, whatever he got going. You want to go to like a basketball game, football game, whatever, I had him set. At this point, I start brushing down the hair just to make sure I set in the guideline for his back taper. He wanted to switch it up a little bit. Usually he just gets it boxed out like a small taper. He wanted to go a high taper this time in the back. So I made sure I lined that up, made sure I got his side bars all lined up in the back, and then I went in with the tape. I don't know why, but he kept putting his head down. So I was like, boy, you ain't got to go that low. Come on, bring that ass here, boy. I got you. We'll make sure this look good. I don't know what he said right here, but I remember he said something crazy that just had me make this face like, for real? Are you serious? And just busted out laughing. My son got a great sense of humor, man. So at this point, I put him in the 1.5 yard and I started knocking down the bulk off his front hairline to make sure his hairline gonna come out perfectly straight and looks good. Make sure I hit him with that cold holding spray, lock all the hair in. And then I continue just to brush it down to make sure it's all locked in and he's gonna be sharp when we get done. Here I started lining them up, making sure I start in the center. And I go either way. This time I went from my right to the left. It doesn't matter which way you go, as long as you start in the center, it's going to be sharp. Then I started hitting in them sidebars for him. I kind of etched them out before I started cutting, but then I made sure I laid them in real good this time. So I start getting my straight razor ready to prep him up and make sure that he's all lined up and looking good. The crazier part is I got to line up Lil Homie's beard, and it's crazy to me that my son is younger than most of my friends and has a better beard than 95% of my friends. My friends make the joke, and I'll be like, yo, I had to get my boy right. They like, no, that's not a boy, that's a grown-ass man. Look at that beard, it's crazy. Genetics is a motherfucker. As y'all can see right here, I pointed, like, look at that, boy, that's crazy. I was messing with him about it, telling him, like, yo, it's crazy that your beard is that defined at the age that you are. It's crazy to me. But I made sure he was looking right, and I always make sure it looked good for him. I had to make sure to get his eyebrows too. Them things was looking a little wild and ridiculous. Got to keep my boy cleaned up. Right here, I'm just detailing that line work, making sure that he all straight, catching on little baby hairs and all these little like stray hairs, making sure that his hairline looking real good. Oh yeah, he knew what time it was. He got hit with that spice ball. I had to mess with him. Told me he get hit with that spice ball 3000. He said, "I'm ready this time." Scrunched his face up like, yeah, I was ready. sprayed some oil sheen in his hair. Made sure I got all that moisture. Brushed it all in for him. Now I just sprayed a little bit of enhancements on the sidebars just to make them pop just a little bit. Nothing crazy. I don't really go too crazy with him for him. She said he kind of likes how he naturally looks, but I just spray a little bit. Once again, going in, tapping them corners, man, making sure that hairline is perfectly straight no matter what. Gotta make sure your client look good. Give him a good little spin. Then from there, outline the outside parts of his beard. As a dad, I'm always gonna mess with him, have fun, had to turn towards the camera. Say what up? I'm like, yo, you wanna say that? I lifted him up, made sure they knew I did it. This is the final outcome of the cut. Good spin, you know. He changed up the look a little bit, and I'm pretty proud of him for stepping out of his comfort zone. Y'all like this? There's more videos to come. Shout out to my boy Hubie for the beat. Make sure y'all watch my next video. Dropping soon.